Hello and welcome to the Elemental Entrepreneurship Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah, and I am here today with our Equinox and Aries season reading for the collective. Today is the first day of Aries season. It is the equinox, the spring equinox if you're in the northern hemisphere, the autumnal equinox in the southern. Our reading today gives big spring equinox energy to me. And I actually really love this reading. I hope that you will too, but the cards they spoke to me, and so I hope that you feel the same way. I'm just going to go ahead and hop right in. If you are new to these readings, I do them on the first day of each new astrological season. We ask the same 6 questions in the same order every time. So we're just going to hop right in. What's going on right now? What's going on right now is every journey starts with a single step. So this card says you're on a journey right now. It is both an internal and an external one. You might feel like an internal one right now, but there will be a physical expression of it as well. And this journey is like really about your fulfillment of your destiny in this lifetime. A big message that comes up over and over in this reading is you have a big destiny. You're here to do big things. Um, this journey started as an internal process, but its destination is going to be the physical manifestation of all of the inner work and healing that you've done. This journey is drawing upon every single thing you've learned, experienced, and mastered over the course of your life up till this point, so much so that you might feel like every life experience you've ever had has prepared you for this particular time. But the other thing that this card wants you to know, if you look at the person like holding their little suitcase, you have everything you need within you already. This is not a time to worry about what you're going to take with you. It's not a time to think, I don't have enough to go on this journey yet. I have to prepare more. I have to learn more things. I have to go get more certifications. It's not that. Like you are ready right now. Everything you need to go on this journey, you already have. You have an inner sense of what can come with you and what needs to be left behind. And you might even be surprised about like how much you can leave behind without even being concerned. Like the song that comes up for me, like I'm hearing big, like pack light, like it's got big pack light energy. You don't need to carry a lot with you on this journey. You need light in your heart, in your mind. You need to go into this packing light. You need to realize that change is an incredible blessing. Even if you're leaving behind something that feels secure, safe, or comforting to do this new thing, to go on this new journey, right? When you think about being a butterfly leaving a chrysalis, first of all, you had to die in the chrysalis. You had to liquefy. You had to turn into absolute goo and let everything go in your identity so that you could become this new thing. But the chrysalis was a safe space, and you are leaving that behind to go into the everything, the openness, and embrace something that's more appropriate for who you're meant to be. All journeys have an element of the unknown, and we're going to get into your block, but basically, like, because part of this is unknown, that's part of kind of what's freaking you out right now. So you don't know where this is headed. You don't know how it's all going to work out, but you never do. Even if you're traveling the most familiar path, there's no guarantees that you know exactly what's going to happen. You can be on a drive you've taken a million times. You can be going from your house to the grocery store, and there could be road work and you have to go a different way and end up going down a street you've never been down before. Like that can just happen. There's no guarantees that you ever know exactly what's going to happen ever. So the more open, the more unscripted you can allow this journey to be, the more you're going to gain from this experience. The journey itself is a spiritual gift. You are being called into something greater. You're not supposed to know how it's all going to work out. You're just meant to take one step after the other, again and again and again, so that you can keep receiving all of the gifts that are meant for you. So if you've been considering taking an actual physical trip or signing up for a program or making some big change, creating something new, doing something new in your business, pivoting, launching a new program, this is all confirmation that this journey is going to be life-changing in a good way. A fully new life is going to come from this decision. This oracle is giving you guidance that the small steps you're taking in any area of your life that feel important to you right now are so much more powerful and constructive than you realize. A kind of theme that's going to come up in this reading that I see over and over is that there's some frustration and some block that you're feeling around, like, I'm working really hard and I'm not seeing the level of results I want. And so it's making me doubt that anything's happening. So if you're feeling like that, that's not what's up, right? Sometimes you are actually gaining a lot of ground, but the effect is not immediately obvious. It doesn't mean that nothing's happening. It just means that the effects of the actions are cumulative. They will soon overflow into the physical world with a positive impact, like so positive it's going to surprise you. And that is another big theme that is coming up in this reading. But the message that we're going to get over and over again in these cards is keep going. You've been doing a lot of work. And if you've been frustrated or concerned that you're not seeing the results of that work translated into the physical world yet, they're coming. Like keep the faith. It is coming. The physical manifestations of all this inner work you've been doing is coming. Again, remember, you have all the resources you already need and then some. Your inner and outer journey are blessed with all the positive energy you need. All you need to do right now is just keep putting one foot in front of the other. So that's where we're at right now. We know we're headed towards something, and maybe there's some frustration of like, why am I not there yet? Is it really working? I've been working so hard on it. Where's this all going? How come I'm not seeing it yet? You're fine. Keep going. It's working. Everything is good. Now, the block that we're experiencing here is dream a beautiful dream. Essentially, the block is that you're doubting the journey. You're doubting the journey itself. And part of the reason you're doubting the journey itself is that this journey is about creating a life that is beautiful for you. You want to dream of beauty and bring it to life in as many ways as possible, right? How you eat, how you dress, how you look, how you create, how you relate to community, the things you make, the way you make money. Like you want to have a beautiful life. You want to romanticize your life. You want to live in a way that feels beautiful to you. And part of you, like all of us, has been programmed to believe that even like wanting this is superficial, or that it's impossible, that it's not financially viable, that the things you want are like fake or frivolous or like can't really happen. And part of this is like essentially like this kink in the hose. There's what you want to create, and then there's the part of you that thinks that's like judging you for wanting it or like judging that it's possible. And you may be blocking your ability to create harmony in your life because part of you believes that what you want is like an unworthy goal or a superficial goal. There also might be some, like, sometimes when I'm working with healers and big-hearted people, service-oriented people, impact-oriented people, they get into this thing of like, why should I be allowed to be successful doing what I want when other people aren't? Why should I get to have wealth? Why should I get to like live this beautiful life on my own terms when other people are stuck in hustle and grind? And like there's almost like I call it survivor's guilt, right? Around success. Um, this oracle wants you to know that genuine beauty flows from you, from the heart of what you want to create. Like it is what you want is an actual expression of radiance from the creator itself, from the heart of life itself, trying to live through you. When we think about beauty, there's two ways we can think about it. We can think about it in the societal standard way, which is actually very rigid and very narrow, and then we can think of it like nature. Nature's beauty is boundless and diverse and quirky. Like I think about like bioluminescent fish that are like all mouth and they're like so weird looking. That's nature's beauty. So if you feel like you've been blocked or thwarted or programmed to feel like your desire to bring your beautiful dreams to life are superficial, that's going to make you feel like your heart literally feels dull. Your heart feels minimized. Your heart feels shut down. Small mindedness limits our appreciation of beauty, whether that's societal beauty standards or our ability to look at the beauty of the life we want to create for ourselves. You are allowed, and around here encouraged, to reject superficial and narrow definitions of what a beautiful life gets to be like or look like. You can give yourself permission to feel beautiful, to be beautiful, to create beauty in so many ways that are completely unique and personal to you. If you are brave enough, if you're wild enough, you can even find beauty and harmony in the chaos of change, because change is the creative process in action. There's nothing to fear in that. And when we realize that there's nothing to fear in change, then we can bring even greater beauty and harmony and surrender and grace into our experience of life. And then we can start to feel all the ways that life gets to express ourselves through us. That's what's happening, right? That's why we're here, for life to express itself through us. You were literally designed to dream of beauty in its more holistic and creative definition. You were designed to have the desires you have, to create the life you want to create. I always say our desires are not here to torture us. Like, that's not how it works. You're not just given all these callings on your heart so that you can be tortured by not having them. Like, that's not how this game is played. You were designed to want these things and then programmed by society to think the things you want you can't have, right? So all of our inner work is like stripping away that programming and getting back to our original core, authentic self, our authentic desires, right? Because our desires are our authenticity. Beauty is never frivolous, right? The things you want to create, they can't be frivolous. They are designed to soothe the soul, to heal, to inspire thoughts of love and devotion and appreciation. Like, beauty balances the nervous system. Beauty has healing effects, both for the creator of the beautiful thing and for those who witness or receive the beautiful thing. Beauty is always worthwhile. It is never meaningless. Especially right now, like, the world is on fire. So if you're like, oh my God, how can I focus on the art I want to create and the work I want to do when there's war and genocide and fascism and all of these fucked up things happening in the world? Like, imagine trying to go through what we're going through right now without Netflix, without music, without movies, right? Like, beauty is never frivolous. So if there's part of you that feels like pursuing your passions is meaningless right now because the world is on fire, it's the opposite. Without the beauty of art and all of its variations and interpretations, this world would be a less bearable place to be. The time that you spend dreaming of beautiful things and allowing them to be born through you, through all of your various heart-centered efforts, the art you create, the way that you interact with people, the business you're building, it is always worthwhile. Do not discount it. Don't disregard it. The most beautiful dreams can inspire like that practical, hardworking dedication required to bring it to life for the betterment of the whole collective. You have these dreams and these desires for everyone. It's not just for you. Your dreams are for everyone. The business you want to build that helps people, that's for everyone. The art you want to create that entertains people, that's for everyone. Now, the next part of this block is that where you're at right now, like this doubt you're having about the journey, there's like a situation that you currently feel uncertain about your inability to quote unquote fix or heal. You currently do not have the inspiration to imagine your situation differently than how it currently seems to be. And you might feel inhibited in your ability to bring about constructive change, right? There's some way that you're feeling stuck and blocked right now. Maybe it is that frustration of like, I'm working so hard and I'm not getting anywhere. You're focused on the problem, focused on the problem, focused on the problem. Sometimes you really need to just like look this way at everything that is not the problem. Sometimes you really just have to look at like, where am I already resourced? What this oracle wants you to look at is like this situation, this current spot you're in right now where you're feeling stuck and frustrated is actually perfectly beautiful. This situation is not asking for you to try to fix it. It's asking for your sacred charge, your spiritual question right now is to figure out, how is this situation beautiful? What is the beauty that's already in this moment right now? The beauty in your life is not somewhere in the future. It's right now. The block that you're experiencing is that you're resisting what is right now and thinking that your current situation is bad or wrong, that your current situation is a problem. That is the block. Thinking of this current situation as a problem is the block. The more you can accept the existence of your current situation, the perfect beauty of your current situation, the more you can expect there to be beauty in a situation, even if the beauty feels hidden, the more open you are to seeing the healing potential of this situation, even when it's challenging, the more you open up, right? Do not attempt to force your current situation to take what you think is the quote unquote right shape, right? Not trying to fix it. Just ask it to show itself to you. This could be about your body, your finances, your business, a creative project, a relationship, What is the beauty in this situation? This is your spiritual task right now. This is the big one. What is the beauty in the current place that you feel the most blocked? What if you can look at it not as a problem, but ask it, what is the beauty here? What is the gift in this moment for me? From that place, from that question, you're going to start to grasp the creative genius of what is in this situation. And that's going to unveil not only the potential beauty of this moment, but how perfect this is for you at this time. Even if it feels challenging, the challenge is perfect for you at this time. By opening yourself up to the beauty within you and your own circumstances, that's how you open up to change, because we cannot change what we can't accept. Once we accept something, we can change it. When we resist and deny things, that's what slows us down, right? Suffering, our experience of suffering is literally just resisting what is. I'm resisting reality. I don't want this to be a reality. I want it to be different. Why is this like this? I don't want this to be like this. That's suffering. That's what that is. The moment we just stop resisting what is and say, this is the situation right now, where is it beautiful? Where am I already resourced? Where do I already have enough? Where is this good? We overcome resistance and denial by approaching a situation with a curious mind, with an open heart, being willing to see the perfection in it. I think a lot about this idea that we get into that something shouldn't be this way, right? Suffering is this shouldn't be this way. But I believe spiritually, if it shouldn't be this way, then it wouldn't be this way, right? The fact that it is inherently means that it should be. Because if it shouldn't be, it wouldn't be. That's how that works, even if we don't understand it right now. So this oracle is coming to you because you have the power to be a positive influence over whatever situation is holding the most meaning for you right now. And you need to know that. Like, your ability to figure out the beauty in this moment is your spiritual growth work. So right now, the block to your journey is that part of you doubts that you can create it. Part of you is focused on the idea that it's superficial for you to want it. But also, you're so focused on the idea that where you are right now is a problem, or where you are right now is preventing you from going on the journey. It's not. So, what happens when you recognize this? What happens when you start looking at what's the beauty of where you are right now? You focus on the light. That's the gift. Now, dig this. When you start focusing on the light starts focusing on you. Magic wants to happen for you right now. It wants to happen. The synchronicities, the perfect timing, the opportunities, the information that's needed for you to expand into your next level is literally just going to be drawn right to your door when you start focusing on the light. And when I say focusing on the light, what I mean is this journey that you want to take, this thing you want to create, this beauty you want to create in the world, when you just get locked in, just dead center focused on the purity of your intentions and the beauty that you want to create, and you're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm putting my blinders on, I'm putting my head down, and I'm focusing on building the thing I want to build. I'm staying focused on what I want to create from the heart. Right? Not what my head says, not what the haters say, not what I'm worried people will say, not what I think is not going to work, not on my fear. I'm locked in on what I want to create from the heart, and I'm just moving on that. When you do that, it's going to feel like you can't even walk outside without bumping into some wonderful, helpful, inspiring person, place, situation. Like, you're going to be like, holy shit, suddenly everything is showing up for me. That's what's going to happen the second you're like, no, I'm focused on the beauty of where I'm at right now and putting one foot in front of the other. I'm dead set, laser focused on the intention of the thing I want to create from my heart. The more you're focused on what you want to create from the heart, the success, the abundance, the opportunities, they're there. They're literally, like, when we say like in the vortex, it's in the field. Like, they are sitting, like, I'm getting the picture in my mind right now of a train crossing. Like, right now, you feel like you can't get anything, and it's because you've got the little train crossing gate down and the alarm on. And when you just lift up the gate and turn the alarm off, everything can come through. Everything can come through. All of the road is going to open for you. We've just got to remove this block that says, I'm focused on the problem. I'm focused on the problem. I'm focused on the problem. Get back focused on what you want to create. Get back focused on the heart. It is going to bring dramatic improvements into your life really fucking fast, right? We're equinox. We're at the point of equal day, equal night. We're stepping into a new season. We're at the pitch of Aries season, the sacred I am, the baby that births itself into the world screaming to have its needs met and is just delighted by everything coming around and is pure feeling. That's where we get to live right now. That's where we're being called to live right now. Now, here's the thing. The warning of this gift is that when all these positive changes start coming and all these people start showing up to help you, you might get uncomfortable. You might feel out of your depth, right? That's taking us back to this block. Can I really have this beauty? Am I really allowed to have the life that I want to have? Can I really handle this much positivity? Crystal, the Oracle, says you're not healing to be able to handle more trauma. You're healing to be able to handle joy. If you are unused to joy, part of the block might be I'm just comfortable focused on the problem. I'm comfortable in struggle. I know how to be here. I don't really know how to be with everyone shows up to help me. People show up to pay me. My work is getting widely receptive. I don't know how to like be there. So it would be understandable when all these positive changes start showing up. It would be understandable if you constricted for a minute, but it would be a shame for you to prioritize your resistance for anything more than a moment, right? Once you step into fear, right? This happens all the time with people making money when we haven't done our inner money work. I get the success in my business, I start making money, but actually deep down, I'm not comfortable making that much money. So I'm scared. And so now I'm focused on my fear. And once I start focusing on my fear, the money slows down and I'm more comfortable there. But then we're trapped in this cycle of why am I not seeing results? Well, you were and you shut them down, and you were and you shut them down, right? The best thing you can do is keep bringing your focus back over and over and over to your pure heart and your pure intentions, what you want to create. Everything else is going to happen of its own accord. You don't need to make anything mean anything too personal. We just got to let the workings of love and beauty flow through your pure heart and touch the world. And as these big opportunities flow in, like you might get a little dazzled. Do not allow yourself to start worrying that you're unworthy of all the blessings that show up. Don't let yourself go into, can I keep up with this? Because the second you start worrying, you're going to constrict and you're going to start constructing all of these scenarios of how this could all go wrong. And you're going to lose a lot of these possibilities and opportunities if you allow yourself to go back into that constricted energy. You have complete permission to simply be appreciative of all that's flowing in and just enjoy it. What about that? What if I'm just allowed to enjoy it? What if when all the good things start showing up for me, I can just say thank you and I don't need to be like, no, 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 please, no one help me. No, 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 please, no one pay me. No, 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 I'm uncomfortable with that. Well, what if you could just say thank you, ish? What about that? If you're not sure exactly how this looks, I'm going to give you a practical example. Say you have a service-oriented business that's really about helping people, and you open your business and you're so mission-driven and you're like, I want to help people, I want to help people. And so you start getting all of these customers and you financially become very successful and you start gaining considerable power in your business. And that can be used to help amplify your message and your mission. And it can be used to help assist other organizations that have a similar healing impact for the world. But it could also take you into a less pure focus, right? Okay, now we're successful. Now it's all about my personal ego. And that starts taking over rather than the world changing mission of the company. And suddenly you can start focusing on power grabs and you could start focusing on scarcity. And what if I lose this money? Or you could start focusing on flexing on Instagram and buying bags and shit. Success is like this powerful mirror and this really bright light that can amplify what's going on with someone or with a group of people. This can give us the opportunity to sow the seeds of our own destruction, right? But whatever rises from the heart, whenever we're focused on our pure heart intentions, that can create an even firmer foundation that supports even greater achievement. So what do you do in this example? Your business starts doing well and you start going into like some weird ego stuff, some scarcity stuff, some flexing stuff, some showing the physical manifestations of this abundance in this like materialistic way. You lose track of being focused on the spirit of the business. Or maybe it's not materialistic. Maybe it's just straight scarcity. And it's like, I have to hoard all this money because I'm afraid it's a fluke and that it won't happen again. And I'm starting to make decisions that are all about the money and not focused on the heart-centered mission that I started with. So the money starts going down, right? That's how that works. The solution is to return your attention to the heart of the business. Why was it started in the first place? That's what repairs the rupture, is to return back to our heart, return back to the heart-centered mission. The more we stay focused on the pure original motivation for the work, rather than allowing ourselves to shift into focus on money or influence, the better. And it's not because money and influence are bad. I want to be clear. They're just a different vibration than what is needed right now. And sometimes the focus of money and influence can be more about personal gain and can pull us away from being focused on heart-centered contribution and participation with the collective. And why did I start this to begin with? When your focus shifts away from the heart, the underlying energy of your creative project can get pulled into fear, right? And fear is the feeling behind scarcity. Fear is the feeling behind greed. And if that's not rectified, if that's not addressed, the business will begin to change, right? The journey will begin to change. It will lose the luster of its original purpose that made it so attractive to people to begin with. Its ability to grow will be diminished. It will just become another corporate machine, right? Maybe successful according to more conventional measures, but not heart success. So the genuine heart-centered success that creates a win-win field of energy for everyone involved can only be attained and nurtured and expanded on when those who are doing the creating remain focused on, why did I start this to begin with? What was the beauty I wanted to create in the world? This oracle wants you to know that success of the highest order, not just commercially, but of the heart, is available to you. And it's going to manifest itself as a highly valuable offering that you're creating for the world. Your heart is going to help you realize, you can feel right now as you're listening, you know what project I'm talking about. And it might be more than one. You must stay focused. Enjoy your success, right? The gift that's coming is success is coming. You start focused from the heart on, here's what I'm here to create. Here's what I care about. Here's what I want. You will start to see major success. And so the warning that comes with it is, don't be distracted by that. Enjoy the money that's coming in, but don't let that pull you into scarcity or fear or greed, because that's going to diminish that success. The results will constrict. Stay connected to what you want to create and why. Stay true to yourself. The other message that comes with this is, don't get distracted by other paths around you right now, because you're too close to succeeding in the path that you're on now. So sometimes self-sabotage at the level you're at looks like diluting your energy, taking on too many projects, spreading yourself too thin so that you can't have major growth in any one area. And also sometimes the test that comes at this level is you start locking in on your heart-focused project. Here's what I want to create. Here's what's important to me. And you start getting offered all of these other things that maybe pay you well, but aren't what you want. And you can get tricked. In Powerhouse, the work that we do around this is the survival archetype around this is the prostitute, the compromising prostitute energy. And the flip side of that is the lover. Right. So sometimes that compromising prostitute energy that shows up is, I have to take this opportunity because I need the money. And the lover says, I only engage in opportunities that come from passion and from joy. So right now, if you get pulled into a bunch of opportunities that maybe pay you, but they're not the focus, don't do that. In time later, you can diversify, you can explore other ways to express yourself and other projects and say yes to more things. Right now, you need to focus on your heart-centered dream and what you're working on, and know that success is coming. So how do we deal with other people during this time? The card we got is Power of Attraction. The power of attraction. There are so many beautiful adventures for you. There are so much magic yet to be. This is another reiteration in a lot of ways of every journey starts with a single step. You're being asked to keep your heart open to what is coming towards you without surrendering your experience of this moment by getting too future focused, right? So that sometimes that's where the trouble is. I get too future focused and I start going, there's nothing good in this moment right now. All the good exists somewhere else. We got to stay out of that. There's magic in this moment too. Something is arising within you, right? The place you're at now is a step on your journey. But right now, right in this spring energy, you're being invited to play with fertility, to conceive and create and embark on a process of transformation with an open heart and an open mind. You don't know where it's all going to lead. Again, that same message. We don't know where this is all going to lead. You just need to know that whatever it is, it's going to be wonderful, exactly, perfectly what's needed. Beyond that, just allow the energy of growth and abundance that flows so naturally through you and around you to simply be. Again, this card says you're a big soul with big dreams. And you might worry that you want too much out of life, right? This is again, I just get this big feeling of like we're contending a lot with our programming, our family lessons, guilt, this idea that like I can only bring my small dreams to life. I can't have the big ones. This again wants you to remember there are stages to creation. A house can't be built without flooring. Doesn't matter if you're like, oh, I have this beautiful idea for the windows. Well, you have to put the walls in before you can put the windows in. Like there's just an order. Big dreams, your big dreams are a work in progress, just like you are. So if you've been working on healing something within you, or you're starting a new creative project, you're trying to get your business off the ground, you're trying to grow something, even new relationships, you feel again like you're getting some results, but you're impatient. That's coming up again. Your impatience is making you doubt that you can continue. It's making you doubt that you're ever going to find the zone, that you're ever going to master the situation. And this oracle is coming as a reinforcement, just that, like, bitch, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. Everything that's worthwhile takes time to build. So you're being asked to shift away from a culture. I call it a culture, right? Your company culture, even if it's just you, your inner culture is one of punitive. You're not doing enough. It's punishing. It's focused on problems. You're being asked to shift to a culture of celebration, right? I'm celebrating every small success, every small step. I'm creating something of worth, right? That's the mantra. I'm creating something of worth, and everything worthwhile takes time to build. So every little tiny step, we want to celebrate so that we can be patient and keep going and trust, right? Again, that message of just keep going. This oracle wants you to know you've recently completed a cycle of manifestation, right? You've been at a certain level of experience for like a long time. You have learned everything there is to learn there. You are transitioning into a new level of experience. But again, that chrysalis metaphor, right? That idea of like you're leaving a secure place to an insecure place, and that's scary. You're literally a big fish leaving a small pond. And now you're a small fish in a big pond, and that's scary. It's going to take some getting used to, some time to like find your way in this new space. You start aligning with your heart mission, and all of a sudden, all these aligned opportunities show up, all these people helping you, and you're like, well, that is new for me. That's okay. Stay focused on what you're trying to do. Find your way here. Get comfortable here in this bigger pond, in this bigger playing field. This is only going to add to everything you've already done, and it's going to bring valuable expansion into your realization of your abilities. It's going to bring new relationships, new opportunities to further you on your journey. Like the people are coming, right? This card is how do I deal with people right now? You know, the right people are coming. What you're in the process of creating is going to benefit from the current stage of the process that you're in. Again, this reminder of the beauty of the current moment. You're supposed to go through what you're going through right now because this is going to take your creation where it's supposed to be, your sacred life path, your particular creative work, your relationships, the things you're trying to build. There is a positive, constructive energy that's unfolding for you because of where you're at right now. The moment you're in right now is designed to carry you farther along on your journey. You think you're on the ground, bitch, you're on a trampoline. Like it is about to bounce you so much farther forward. You just can't see it right now because your feet are touching. You're being asked to dare to dream and to believe in your dream until it manifests. Even if you have naysayers challenging you, even if the naysayers that are challenging you are in your own head, you have the ability to just believe in your dream until it comes. You have that ability. It's hard, but you're being asked to do it. Oracle wants you to know that you're going to attract whatever is needed to bring your dreams to fruition. You just need to remain open to receiving. You need trust in the unfolding of your life path. Do not turn away from what you're experiencing right now because all of the necessary elements are coming together. You just have to allow this integration to occur so that you can manifest your dreams. Message from your spirit guides about how to navigate this time: come to life. You are the most sacred of all sacred artworks. You are the most beautiful project you will ever create. The space that you're in right now and the journey that you're on, this is about bringing yourself to life. This is how it's meant to be. It's not supposed to be easy. You have to support yourself right now and have courage during this process. Your monkey mind, all that chatter in your head about, oh, it's not going to work, I can't have this, I can't have that, cannot be allowed to make decisions. It cannot run the show. It might have a lot to say. And at times, your monkey mind might seem very convincing, but your mind is not the one in charge. Your mind can inspire you with ideas, but the real you, who you really are, the thing you're here to bring to life, is your sacred heart calling. It's not your monkey mind. The mind is really nothing more than this like loud cassette tape of habitual reactions and past danger, spitting out all the ways you could die. Like that is your mind's job, is to be like, hey, remember that time we did something like that and that was bad? Don't do it again. That's what your mind is here to do, right? We have evolved for our brain to just keep us safe, and it does that by seeing danger in everything. Very, very helpful, actually not. Kind of annoying, right? Underneath the mind, there's another type of intelligence, right? The intelligence of your heart, of your soul, of your creativity, of your body. There is a deep, sensual, creative, energetic awakening happening to you right now. And it is so far beyond what your mind is capable of that now your mind is trying to control it. That's the resistance. That's the voice coming in and saying, I can't have this. This is too big. This is too weird. This is too avant-garde. Nobody's going to understand this. That's literally your mind trying to keep you safe, because your mind can tell that the place you're going is way bigger than what it is currently capable of thinking of as safe, right? Right? A lot of times when we're thinking about the unknown, I don't know what it's like to have this much success, this much money, this much support. When we don't know what it's like, we will restrict it. So your mind is trying to control stuff, and others around you also may not like it when you start coming to life, because you coming to life is going to shake things up. You coming to life is going to change stuff because you're going to be more in touch with what you really want and who you really are and how you really feel, and you're going to share it more. Not everybody likes that. So again, on this pack light, some people can't come with you. The only choice you have to make is, how are you going to deal with this? And the other thing that's really important that Spirit wants you to know is coming to life means feeling more, right? To be available for more joy, to be available for more abundance, we have to be available for more loss, more sadness, more rage, more fear. And a lot of the place you're living right now might be about the way you currently manage feelings that you don't like to feel, that you don't like to allow to come to the surface, and trying to minimize them. You need to allow all of your feelings to show up. And they will come and go quite quickly when you just allow them to flow. When you don't spend so much energy resisting being sad, resisting loss, right? Like that's what's happening when we're putting a cap on our joy, is we're actually trying to protect ourselves from feeling more sadness, more rage, more loss. And in trying to protect ourselves from losing things, we are minimizing how much abundance we can amass, right? We have to give ourselves permission to be like, yeah, I can feel disappointed. I can feel loss. I can feel sadness. It's okay. Once I stop resisting what is and let my feelings just come and go, let my feelings flow, they'll actually move through a lot more quickly than when you're trying to fight them. You might need to paint or write or sing or do a ritual or dance to help that energy flow. Do that. You might need to get in therapy. Do that. You might need to journal every day. Do that. Create space for yourself to feel more. Because in the process, you are literally uncovering the artistry of God, of the universal creator itself, because you are the artwork. Your life is the artwork. Your feelings are the artwork. You are honoring the sacredness of life by exploring it without restraint. And that includes the flow of your feelings. You don't have to do anything with your feelings other than feel them or express them. You might want to analyze them. You might not. It doesn't matter. And in fact, for this reading, I'm almost going to encourage you not to analyze them, because the whole point of this reading is your mind is doing too much. You don't need to analyze your feelings. Just feel them and let them go. Express them and let them go. All that matters is that you get in touch with your feelings. Learn how to access them and allow them to flow through, because that's how you're going to actually access your intuition, your creative inspiration, your internal guidance. All of those things are all up inside your feelings, your emotions, your physical sensation. So the journey to move out of monkey mind and into your sensual, emotional connection with your feelings, with your emotional body, it's for a sacred purpose. It is part of your path. You have chosen in this life to come into a body and live consciously within it, which is actually rather rare. There are a lot of people out here with no spirit residing in their body, as is evidenced by the current political situation in the United States. They have a body, they don't have a spirit residing in that body. They are not consciously partnered with their body and with their emotions. We need every single human being on earth who is capable of living this way, this more alive, more awake, more risky way to do it. We need y'all. We need us. To come into your sensuality, you're going to need to anchor into your experiences. You might be blessed with relationships that are conscious enough to be interested in your journey in a constructive way than in a controlling or an undermining way. And if you have those people, talk with them. Share what's going on, share your feelings, get yourself into community, let people help you. If you're not, get yourself into a community, right? Join Powerhouse Mastermind, PSA. And also be more resourceful right now in terms of how you support yourself through your awakening process, at least until you attract some more conscious connections into your life, which is going to come because we've gotten all these cards already that say once you start focusing on your desire and your journey from the heart, the right people are going to come, right? So the people that are going to show up, test them. Can I talk to you about my real feelings? And when I do you support me? Okay, then you can come with me. These connections are already on their way. So you can support this process of coming to life by literally just scheduling more time for yourself to feel your feelings and treating it like your most important appointment. Write in your journal, create dances, paint pictures, write songs, sing songs, create your creations, be kind to your body, feed it, move it, listen to it, be alive. Even if there's pain, know that there's also going to be joy and ecstasy as your process of coming to life continues. So the message from your spirit guides is be alive. Don't imagine that you can go back to how things were. You're too awake for that. There's no going back. And if you do, if you try, it's going to be short lived because it's not going to feel like it used to feel. Your old coping mechanisms are going to stop working. And you might grieve this, but you will eventually celebrate it. You have crossed a threshold from an old way of being into a new way of being. And no matter what, you can't go back, right? You're on the journey now. It's better to just let it go, right? So remember, in the Every Journey Begins with a Single Step, you were advised to remember how much you can leave behind, how much you don't need to take with you. You don't need to take your old ways of being. You don't need to take numbing. You don't need to take your old coping mechanisms that keep you small. You just don't need them. Grieve them, celebrate them, do both, move on. There is an adventure awaiting you. You need a deeper connection to your own instincts, your body, your feelings, and your intuition so that you can step into this new level. You can trust in it. So if you embrace it, it will embrace you. Our final piece of advice on how to bring all this into fruition, and I love this so much, is just trust yourself. You just need to trust yourself. This card reminds you that you are wise. You know how to grow even without knowing that you know how. Like forests and galaxies and trees. There is natural intelligence for growth. It's beyond reason. It just happens. At the deepest level, you are governed by the same force that shapes the whole world. The thing that grows mountains grows you. It is so invisible that sometimes we forget its presence and we worry that our mind is actually in charge of making things happen. Your mind is not. You do not have to tell your fingernails to grow. You don't have to tell your heart to pump blood. You're just growing. You don't need to be focused on it. It's just happening. You didn't consciously will yourself every day to get taller when you were a kid. You just did it. Like you're growing. You are. You don't have to doubt it. Even if you don't see it yet, you have to remember so much is happening when a seed is unbroken in the ground, right? Beneath the earth, the seed is summoning up all of the might and all of the power and all of the force it needs to break itself open, to push itself through the soil, to come into the light. And we don't see any of that. We just have to trust that all of these things are happening. Like everything is happening in divine timing and right timing. What you're going through right now is divine timing, is right timing, is exactly where you're supposed to be. You're on the journey already. All you have to do is trust yourself because you already know how to grow. You don't have to overthink it too much. It won't help you. You are in a body that once weighed under 20 pounds. You are in a body that was once under 4 feet tall. You didn't have to think about it. You're just different now. That's how growth works. Don't worry so much. You're doing a good job. When you trust yourself, you relax, right? When we trust ourselves, we relax. And when we're relaxed, we can hear our own inner voice so much more clearly. We can heed our own wisdom and our own insight so much more clearly. When we're getting into that monkey mind of maybe what I want, I can't have. Maybe this is too big. Maybe I can't have this. Maybe what I want is frivolous. Maybe blah, 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 blah. Maybe I can't accept this much. None of that is our truth. None of that is our emotions. None of that is our sacred path. All of it is monkey mind, and all of it is self-doubt. Trust doesn't sound like that. Trust sounds like it doesn't matter what happens. I know I'm on the right path. Trust sounds like as long as I stay focused on my heart and what I'm here to create, everything's going to work out for me. I don't know how, I just know how. All of the monkey mind stuff is a lack of self-trust. So we need to tap into this trust. This oracle again says you have a big destiny in this lifetime, so much to experience. And sometimes you make the mistake of judging something that's unpleasant or negative as a mistake. It's not a mistake. Where you're at right now is not a mistake, right? And this part of you that judges something unpleasant as a mistake is just part of your hunger for experience, and that's okay. You don't have to shame yourself for it, but just like let it be. Where you're at right now is just fertilizer for your next step on the path. It's all part of your life process. It's all a sign of growth. Contrast, right? That's what we call the thing we don't like, contrast. There's no contrast when everything is going the way we want it to. We're just smooth sailing. And then sometimes we experience contrast where we're like, this is not what I want. That contrast is valuable because it lets us figure out what we do want. So the other message of this card is do not resist any points of instability. Again, on this pack light, even your most treasured relationships, even your most creative, positive things, like even your most creative projects, they might fall away right now. This is big Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde energy. Let things fall apart. That's what growth looks like. Growth sometimes looks like things falling apart. Instability is a growing pain because more consciousness, more love, more success, more light, more abundance wants to come through, right? The crack is where the light gets in. So let it crack, let it break. Instability itself is a sign of growth. Don't fret, don't stress it. Just choose to grow and flow. And if people are leaving because that's part of the journey. We can't hold on to everything. That's part of the journey. We don't need to stress that. So anything that feels unstable right now that you may be like, you're trying not to touch it, you're just like, ooh, let me stay away from that. Actually push on it a little bit. Let everything fall apart right now if that's what needs to happen. So our final card in this reading is the shadow card, and I can't find it. Here it is. Okay. So the shadow that we got right now is play. And I feel like this is really interesting for a couple of reasons. One is if we're really focused on the problem, we're getting too serious. When we're connected to our heart energy, when we're in flow with our heart energy, that's when we can focus on play, right? That lover energy. What if my business was play? What if the thing I was trying to create felt like play? What if my next step felt like play? What feels the most playful? We're not letting ourselves focus on that right now. Our shadow is we're like, play is frivolous. I got to be buckled down. I got to be focused on money. I got to be focused on success. I got to be focused on external markers, right? Whatever it is, we're focused or we're focused on, I can't play right now because there's a problem, especially when it's money. I can't play right now. There's a problem. Like that's what we think it means to be a grown up. It's not helpful. We need play right now. Play is the way out of this situation, just like being reconnected to the heart of why you started this in the first place is the solution right now. We need play. We need to like let ourselves have more playful experiences with ourselves, with our creativity, with other people. The other reason this is interesting, you see this card has little dolphins on it. The animal for the play card is dolphins, and that's because dolphins are an ally for those who tend to self-isolate. If you are not letting people be a part of this journey right now, if you're not letting people help you, if you're self-isolating because you're in this energy of where I am now is a problem and I don't deserve to get help, I don't deserve to be in community, I don't deserve to be with people while I'm struggling, blah, 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 whatever that hyper independence trauma is, that is not the business right now. Dolphins hang out with their little pack, their pod. They are incredibly social. And in addition to that, they're very empathetic. And they have been documented helping fellow injured dolphins. And they also sometimes will do the same for humans or for whales. So, like, call upon dolphin as an ally if you're struggling with connecting with others or allowing yourself to relax into social environments. Again, we got this message that when you start focusing on what you want to create from the heart, you're going to have all these people show up and help you. If you have some hyper individual, I can't say that word right now. If you have some hyper independence wounds, if you have some, I have to handle everything by myself going on, you might isolate when people show up for you. That's the shadow you have to heal right now so that you can step into this next level. That's what's going on. Play, being in community, letting people show up for you. If we work on those shadows right now, and if we bring ourselves into what is the beauty of the situation that I'm in right now? What is the lesson of the moment I'm in right now? How is this already perfect? The amount of growth that we're about to experience is insane. These cards are like all lights are green. Everything is lined up for you. Just take your focus away from thinking about how impossible it feels or that it's a problem or that where you're at right now is wrong. Put all of your focus on figuring out why is this perfect and beautiful right now. See what that opens up for you. What is it that I really care about? What is it that is coming through as what my heart wants most? And how do I bring all my focus to that and put my blinders on and shut out everything else? How do I let myself be with the people who want to help and support me? We do that, the blow up is blowing up, the glow up is glowing up. And that's it, and that's all. Happy motherfucking Aries season. With that, I will say the doors for Powerhouse Mastermind are open right now. The next cohort starts in June, which is actually only 2 months away. I know that that's crazy. If you reserve your spot in March, in the next 10 days, you are going to get 2 months of private Voxer coaching with me, which is a $2,000 value. We will just get a jump on all of the projects that you're trying to create. You will get into co-regulation space with me around feeling open to your next level. That is a big part of what a coaching relationship does. I co-regulate with you around your next level. I offer that feeling of stability during the points of instability. I think of it frequently as being like when you have a plant that's kind of growing wonky, you put a stick in the pot and you tie the plant to the stick so that it can grow straight. That is what happens when you co-regulate in a coaching container. I'm going to help you co-regulate along this path of growth. Then in June, when Powerhouse starts, you're dropped into a community of Powerhouse peers who are on a similar mission as you to build their heart-centered mission in the world, to create something beautiful, to undo the social conditioning that tells us that we cannot build the thing that we want, or that it's frivolous, or that we're not allowed to have it, or that we want too much. We're shaking all of that off together in community. The other thing that you unlock when you sign up in March is a 15-month payment plan. So that allows you to spread your investment out over time. You get 15 months of payment plan on the pay in full. So 15 payments of 666 instead of 12 payments of 888. So if spreading out that investment makes it easier for you to join, I would highly recommend getting yourself in this month in March. The applications for that are open now. Just go to intuitiveedgecoaching.com/powerhouse, check out all the information, see if it's right for you, and get your application in, because I want to help you on this journey that you are taking. And I want to help you find a community that you can co-regulate in of people who are on a similar path and who want to help you, including myself. So if you have any questions about that, you can also DM me on Instagram. If this reading was helpful for you, I would love to hear that. Leave me a comment on Instagram at Intuitive Edge Coaching or on YouTube at Intuitive Edge Coaching. You can make comments on Spotify directly if you're listening to this on the podcast. Thanks for being here. Okay, love you. Bye.